about the Commonwealth Games. The first time in 19 years, Kenya is going to host another fight at Charter Hall, Nairobi, where Sarah Ching will face off with Malawi's Ruth Chisale. Will Sarah Ching thrive? She has been out for the longest time. She has not been fighting, but now the belt is here, and she has to fight at her own backyard. Will she thrive in this? And I'm joined by Mr. Ruben Ndolo, who is the chairman, Kenya Professional Boxing. He's going to tell us what he thinks about this fight and what is going to happen next after this fight, because it's going to set a stage on how to improve our professional boxing right in the country. Thank you so much, Mr. Ruben Ndolo, the chairman for KPBC, for joining us this morning on Monday's Post. Yet, I want to ask you, what do you make of this fight of Sarah Ching and Ruth Chisale from Malawi?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Jeff. And I would like to give credit to the Kenya media. And also, you can see what you have said about the outcome of the Joshua against the guy from Ukraine. This is very important for sports in this country as well, because people have to learn about what you have to do when you are facing an opponent from the other places. Well, let me go back to the Commonwealth Games, Commonwealth fight, of which it has taken time. However, you know, this was supposed to be staged in 1920, last year, but because of the COVID, that's what hindered us to stage this fight. Well, I hope our sister, Sarah, she's ready, because I know the opponent also is not, she's tough. She's very tough. She has been fighting, either in Europe. She won fights in Europe. She won in Zambia recently. So I hope the fight will be a reckoned one for a few years to come. Commonwealth title fights are very important, as you know. After that, of course, that's the second stage. You can go for the world title, which is will give whoever is going to win an opportunity of going for the world title. Yes, it has taken time for us, more than 15 years or 19 years, for us to come back to where professional boxing is supposed to be. But we hope that sponsors now are coming in. You can see 22Bet have agreed to sponsor Our Lady and the opponent for the fight. So we as a commission will do our best and make sure that we give Kenyans what they deserve in professional boxing.
Mr. Ndolo, what is standing on your way to growing professional boxers in the country, as we have our cover sheets of Sarah Ching training as she prepares for the Malawi and Ruth Chisale fighting? What is hindering you from growing professional boxers in the country? As of now, we know Okwiri left the country for the US, and now we have many boxers who have fought in the past and they have left for the US and they never came back. Others went to Britain. What is hindering you from giving these boxers what they need to stay in the country?
Well, first of all, you know, we need to work together with the amateur side, because we need to groom all the time new upcoming boxers. You know, amateur should now work as well, as I've put it, work with the professionals. Because when you're an amateur boxer, when you start fighting, at least from 14 years up to 18 years, or maximum 18 years, then you go to the Olympics. You can see what, Joshua, he's a world champion now. He went to the Olympics when he was 21, and 21. Now he became a world champion when he was 25, 26. So we need to make sure that our boxers, first of all, come and fight when they are still young and strong. So when you reach 27, 28, then you start thinking about your retirement. The second, sponsors. We need to have sponsors. You can see if you don't put money, this is business. If you don't put money in professional boxing, you cannot do anything. That's why you see it went down that time. But now sponsors are coming in. I think we are going to do better.
So apart from the sponsors coming in, you see, this is a sport, and we have young people from the villages, from the grassroots, doing so well, and they can do better in this professional boxing, but they don't have a know-how or how they can get to the point where the Chris and Sarah Ching and the rest are right now. And what are you doing in the grassroots? Are you getting the right support from the government to ensure that the grassroots boxers, they have a know-how on what they are doing, and they ensure that they grow knowing that we can be professional boxers in this country and get good money than thinking about fighting one fight in this country and then living for the UK and the US forever?
Jeff, you know, in any game, let's say in boxing, you have to come from one stage up to stage 5. I mean, when I say one stage 1 to stage 5, is, I mean, you go for amateur, then you go up to stage 5, you graduate from there, then you go to, professional, maybe stage 6 and 8 and 10. So the government has to come out and give amateur side good support. Also, because we have this policy of sports, they also have to understand that in professional boxing, you need money. You need how they can be taken care of. Because that's where now a boxer has to earn a living, has to take care of his life. So we'll make sure that we have a program, we and the amateur side, come out and sit down together, come up and sit with the government, because you know now this policy of sports, the federation, our commission is a member of the federation. So we are going to make sure that we tell the government this is how we are supposed to do, give us support, give amateur support. We'll give the amateur on how they can go to the grassroots, tap talent from the grassroots, give the young boxers how they can get new tricks, because it's also about new tricks. Then, when they graduate from there, go to the Commonwealth, go to the Olympics, then turn professional. When you turn professional, then we are going now to make sure that we give them the ideas and give them new tricks on how they can also be given, how they can take care of their families and give the country the sports which everybody is yearning for.
Mr. Ndolo, looking at what happened the previous night, Yuski dethroning Anthony Joshua, his own title. Away from that, something happened extraordinary. The money that these guys made in this fight alone, these are millions of money, talking about online viewership, and also the tickets, and at the same time, the money which was put into this fight alone, it's billions of money and a lot of profit from this. What are we doing to ensure that we can as well get profit from the same fighters like we have Sarah Ching and Ruth Chisale coming to Kenya to fight? Are you thinking about getting more money here?
Well, thank you very much for that. A very good question. We have done our best, especially for this fight. The fight, we have our expert who has a company, and he's going to make sure that the viewers who are not going to be there because also of COVID, they'll watch the fight where they are. It's going to be a digital system where the link will be given, especially here in Kenya, it will be free. But outside Kenya, people are going to be paying. So this is how we are going to do for the boxers, because the gate collection won't be enough for anybody. The belt itself, it has costed them more than $500,000. So you can see the sanction for the Commonwealth to get the sanction for the Commonwealth. It's a lot of money.
We can see that belt, please. If you have the belt, just raise it. We can see it. So we can see the belt itself, how it looks like, and what our fighters, what is Sarah Ching up to fight and win at this time. So that's the belt that Mr. Ndolo is holding. That's the belt which is going to be fought over on the 2nd of October. Okay, now, Mr. Ndolo, the 2nd of October is so historical. Do you think Sarah Ching stands a chance of winning this title right here at the home front?
I've been watching Sarah training with his coach, Priest. He's a young coach, and The way I saw her training, she's well, I can say, what I can say that, I mean, you know, in professional boxing, you cannot predict. It's how the condition you are. Yeah. And I looked at her, the way she was reconditioned, and she can take it. I think, I mean, Ruth should be ready. The way I can look at how Sarah is right now, she's ready for that fight, and it will be a good fight. And I pray for our champion to win, definitely. Everybody would like one of your own to win. So there, I'm putting it, and Sarah should be ready, concentrate, listen to what your coach has told you, and then we see how you can take the title.
And how significant is this fight in Nairobi in the 2nd of October? How significant is it for the Kenyans and the country as a whole?
Well, it is a very important fight, especially for us in professional and also for boxing, because it has taken, as you put it, it has taken a long time for a Commonwealth title fight. Remember, it's a Commonwealth title fight. When she wins, she's ready to go and defend it in England or anywhere, Australia, Canada, anywhere in the world. Now, from there, she can also go to stage 8, where she can go for the world title. After coming out from the Commonwealth, then you're talking about big income, and big viewers, big, I mean, you earn also respect. You know, it's good. Now she'll be a Commonwealth title champion. She earns respect. You know, also you have to understand about it.
Back to money, Ndolo, again to money. How much is she winning in this title if she wins it at home?
Well, we are not, I mean, promoters. The promoter, they have agreed with promoters. But I'm telling you, for this fight only, normally, it's not less than $1 million. So,
that is 20,000 pounds.
Yeah, but that's 10,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds.
10,000 pounds.
Yes.
For her if she wins this.
Yeah, if she going to defend it, now you are talking even more, because now she'll be dictating. She's the one who's going to say, no, I need this amount of money. So maybe after she wins this one, she'll be talking about 20,000 pounds or 25. It depends.
Just in 30 seconds, Mr. Ndolo, just talk to professional boxers out there and who are believing they can be professional, young boxers, very young, hungrier than ever, who wants to be professionals. What do you tell them about KPBC is doing to ensure that they can get to that stage?
Well, I think to the young boxers, you have to have discipline first, and you have to persevere in anything, in any game. You know, that's why I'm putting in a different way of how we should start. In any game or in any sport, you cannot stay long, more than 10 or 15 years. So if you start early, go for your, still you have energy, train hard, have discipline, do whatever you are, listen to your coaches, go get good people who are going to give you the planning of your life, and please try to balance, not only in sports or not only in boxing. You can also balance about education. Very important for your life.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruben Ndolo, the chairman for KPBC, right here on KT News. Thank you for talking to us about Commonwealth event that's coming up on the 2nd of October and much more in boxing, especially professional boxing. Thank you so much, my viewer, for joining me on Monday's Post. My name is Jeff Mogire. George Maringa is up with News Center right here. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your viewing.